Okay, right now we're digging a really big hole because we found one of the biggest bones that you can get on a mammoth, and that's a pelvis. Thankfully, in many respects, we've only got half the pelvis, so it's either the left half or the right half. If we found the whole pelvis, we'd be digging a hole twice as big. And it's taken us half a day to dig this hole already in the blazing sunshine, so thankfully it's just half the pelvis. It's quite large, it's a bit cracked around the edges, so having to be careful. And the reason we're digging such a big hole is because we've got to get right down around it, dig a trench around it, get it on a pedestal, so that then the conservation team can come in and start doing the plaster jacketing.
Okay, what's on top of it then? Why have you got the wet?
At the moment we have a wet cloth on it because it's incredibly hot and sunny today, and if you leave the bone exposed for very long, firstly it can start bleaching in the sun, it changes the colour, but more importantly it dries it out and it starts cracking, because the bone has been quite comfortable in these moist gravels for quite a while, and as soon as you expose it, it starts drying out, and if it dries out too quickly it'll crack, and that reduces its stability, and yeah, it just makes a bit of a mess of it if you're not careful. So we're keeping a damp cloth on it whilst the sun's out.
Do you think you'll be able to get it out today?
Yeah, we hope that we can finish this trench around it probably within the next hour. Then the conservation team can come in and start putting some tissue on it, and then some foil, wrapping that really tight as if you're going to pop it in the oven like a turkey. But then they start adding plaster of Paris and bandage all around it, several layers, and then probably a few splints on this as well, because it is quite vulnerable, it's quite cracked already. And yeah, we should get that done by the end of the day, so it can dry overnight and be lifted tomorrow.
Awesome. Are you worried that there could be like more of the pelvis underneath, or any other?
Worried that there's more
things?
bone. We have found a couple of other associated bits of bone actually. There's a bit of skull just here where I'm digging right now, just a few inches away from the pelvis, and that was either mammoth skull or bison skull, but it was just a few fragments. But no, I think it's just this one bone. There's not anything articulated here.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing it out of the ground, and I reckon you lot will be as well.
Yeah, I think we'll be here till quite late this evening.